God is the kid.
Like a dyke broad, I ain't feeling niggas. New KKK, cause I'm killing niggas. Like a coupe, drop, no ceiling nigga. All nighters on the block, I know the feeling nigga. Click got bodies, I ain't talking builders. Bag your bitch shit.
God is the kid. God is the kid.
Rise and grind. Rise and grind. Y'all let me know how the audio sounds.
God always the kid.
What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Y'all haven't noticed, man. I learned how to use StreamYard. I'm sorry. Learn how to use StreamYard with on my phone and restream. I wish I learned how to do this with any other channel, but it is what it is. So now I can play my intro. I can put up the cash app. I can play music, all that good stuff. Kind of makes the show a little better, especially when I'm going for my phone. So look at me for learning new things. So, day 6 of the trial, y'all. Day 6 of the trial. Hey, Brittany Smith. Shout out to Ed Perry, Miss J, Felicia B, Lovelace, R. Bird. Salute Moose 305, Inner Energy, Big Rig Jr., Steady Grinding. Salute to all y'all for pulling up. We're about to get into day 6 of the Torey lanez trial. Meg Stallion, just bringing y'all updates just so y'all know what's going on in the trial. Whether you care or not, you know, I don't care whichever way you do, but it is interesting to see what's going on in real life when it comes to these lying motherfuckers, these industry motherfuckers. The way the world shakes. Watching the guy get prosecuted in real life on what seems to be some false accusations. We haven't figured out why a person would want to lie on somebody like that. And, you know, put another person's life in jeopardy. And why would the defense would want to go along with those type of lies, knowing that they're lies because of the evidence. So, we're going to go ahead and get into it, y'all. It's some interesting stuff, man. It's like a damn movie. Y'all ever watch this show called what that show is called? How to Get Away with Murder. Y'all know how interested in those trials used to be in that How to Get Away with Murder series. That's kind of how this feels. But like when they got the trials on Power. Yeah, man, it don't even seem real. But this is real life. This is real life. Yeah. Sorry about the delay, y'all, because, you know, I was trying to get ready a little, you know, I got ready a little late, so sorry I came home a little late. Sound check. Mic check, can y'all hear me? Mic check. Sound like I'm talking to a kid. Okay, let me see what the problem. Okay. How about now? Can y'all hear me a little better? I think it was because I had my Bluetooth set up, but I forgot to put the headphones on. I'm talking through aluminum foil. How about now? Can y'all hear me better? Much better. Okay, that's what it was. I didn't have my headset on. I was thinking I was talking straight to my phone, but I got to talk through my headset, which is even better because now I can talk hands free. Okay. We getting it, y'all. I'm experimenting with something a little new. Experiment with something new. Okay. So how we gonna get into this, y'all? How we gonna get into this today? So in court, I'm gonna give y'all a quick summary before I actually play what we got. Lawyers for Hire. We got his commentary on what happened in court. Then we also have Mar-a-Lago Grams. That's her name. And if y'all not familiar with her, she's the nice lady that's been going up in there and doing all that good note taking and everything. And she gives us that black perspective that we all love. So we have her perspective also. But the thing that they did in court today or yesterday was they brought in the stylist. The stylist, Meg Stylist, he's a kind of, one of those guys. And he testified to how, where he put the bags at, the bags that were in question and everything. And he also testified to how Meg was acting, after she got drunk and all that stuff like that. Now, they were supposed to have the first eyewitness, the first neutral eyewitness, the guy house that all the commotion went down in front of him, and he came outside on his balcony and he was able to see who was fighting who and who shot the gun. They didn't get to his testimony yesterday, but they're saying that they're going to get to it today. So I think that's going to be the bomb. I think that's going to be the atomic bomb. But I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on YouTube, but I think that's going to be what's going to be, what really just put the nail in the coffin. But as far as yesterday, they tried to give Tory Lanez 2 new charges. Yeah, they tried to charge this man with bribing Megan and bribing Kelsey, even though they didn't even have the evidence of him doing that. So they that's new. Another thing that's gonna be new is of course they can't find the bodyguard all of a sudden. They discussed some of the lyrics that was played in Kelsey's diss track. And they were concerned about some of the lyrics that were played in her diss track. And since I'm going to do y'all the pleasure, or I'm going to play the diss track for y'all, because I think this diss track says a lot, y'all. So what I'm going to do before we get into the commentary of the two guys, I'm going to do something that I haven't seen other YouTubers do. And that's play the actual diss track. So y'all can make a decision on y'allself. Who is she talking about and what she's talking about? So that's what we're gonna do first. We're gonna play the diss track. Let me make sure I'm not on Wi-Fi, so we don't have Wi-Fi problems. Okay, not Wi-Fi. I appreciate your love, Lace. Thank you for letting me know that my sound needed to be checked. Okay, let's play Kelsey's diss track, y'all. And the diss track is what y'all think the diss track called? I want to play a little trivia game. What y'all think the diss track called? We give about 1 minute for y'all to make a guess on what y'all think the diss track was called. And no, it's not Meg, I shot you. Oh shit. I believe so too, God forgive. But the way we about to get into it. What y'all think that diss track called? Used to be friends, diss track. That's a good one, Oliver, but no, it's not called that. If I did, a chocolate candy lady, you wild. She tried to pull an OJ. If I did it, nah. The diss track, who shot you? That's I would have thought that too. That's close. Salute, Iceberg thought. Tall girls versus short dudes. Nah, those all great guesses. Those all great guesses. The diss track is called "Bussin' Back."
Bussing back. That's what the diss track. So let me get this straight. Both of y'all are saying that Torey shot Meg. This is because she made this diss track like kind of like a month or two after that little situation happened. So both of y'all are accusing this man of shooting, but then you go make a diss track dissing the person that you know, your homegirl, and you call the diss track Bussing Back. Bussing Back. Wow. Who bust first? That's my question. She's putting off the impression that maybe man shot her damn self. That's what she's throwing out there. Oh damn. Damn, I just ran out my house and left my coffee right on the damn table. Okay, so let me play this, man. Let me play this, cause I know y'all over there itching to hear it now. Now that I done said so.
Bitch, I'm busting you. I'm talking to that same bitch that crashed that boat on 42. It's a shame we're here today. Truth be told, it's cause of you. Couldn't control your little feelings. Look what dick is costing you. It was all good, yeah.
Hold up. Y'all ain't ready yet. Y'all ain't ready for this heat yet. Y'all ain't ready for. Hold on. Let me turn down the music real quick. Let me turn down my background music. Yeah. That part. This shit about to get real now. Shit starting off like that. Y'all know this shit about to get real. Alright. Sister T, salute. Sister T, you ready for this diss track? Alright, he got a diss track that Meg Thee Stallion friend made on her. And they were reading lyrics out of the diss track in court. So let's hear this diss track, y'all. Hold on, I gotta run in the house real quick so I can let it play the whole way. But I kind of want to expound through this diss track, this little slick shit that I heard. Here you go, y'all. Here you go. Y'all let me know if it's too loud, cause I'm playing it through my stereo in the van.
Yeah. Who I'm taking shots at, bitch? I'm busting you. I'm talking to that same bitch that crashed that boat on 42. It's a shame we're here today. Truth be told, it's cause of you. Couldn't control your little feelings. Look what dick is costing you. It was all good, yeah. About a week ago, shout out Bobby's murder, but this bitch is really cheap. I was the one with the gun. You would've heard about a murder. That her back was turned, but that girl don't really hurt her. Never been a jealous friend, and the people really know it. If you would've kept it solid, then I would've been told it. See, I really thought I knew you. Thought that you would keep it G. If you wanna talk gangsta, bitch, I'm really from the street. Imagine lying to the DA saying I took some hush money. Put a muzzle on your finger, acting like a crash dummy. Got my chain snatch? Damn, here you go lying. Yeah, hey, listen, like you doing too much trying. Where I get this money from? Bitch, you knew I was a hustler. Way she did bitch in a one, shoulda knew I couldn't trust. Protect black women, huh? But you still addressed to me. Damn, I thought that you were selling other drugs. Damn, I ain't wanna have to do this, but you steady shooting shots. Dad said if I smoke, that a sex take a drug. Was never supposed to be against each other. This what y'all made it. I'ma still live it up. Yeah, I know y'all really hate it. Hugging dick behind my back. Who really on their knees? You an overachiever. All you do is succeed. Claiming you a pimp, huh? But you're slipping on your Mac and are you lying to your label? Do they really know what happened?
Who shot y'all?
Cause you know it wasn't me. I was 10 toes down whenever you had beef. It's a goddamn shame. All you had to do is tell your best friend name. All you had to do is keep it really stay the same. But you switched up on me for the money and the fame. Who shot you? I thought a bitch from Bear County said so. You an H-Town hottie though, huh? Fuck out of here.
So how was the audio, y'all? How was the audio? Do I need it to turn it down, turn it up? I'm gonna play that back one more time because I want to point out a couple of little shots. Who shot you? Salute, Cache Stoudemire. Okay, y'all give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'm about to run back in my house and get my coffee real quick, and I'm playing it in my car. So give me like it ain't gonna take nothing but like 10, 15 seconds, y'all, and I'm gonna play the track back. All right, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. So what y'all think about that diss track? What y'all think about that diss track? The bass was loud. Take the bass out. Okay, bet. I don't know why my van be bumping, y'all. I tried to take the bass out. I changed the EQ on it. So let me do that again.
That is definitely him. Dude, that's Jessica taking a little break.
All right, hold up. Let me replay it.
You won't talking to that same bitch that crashed that boat on 42. It's a shame we're here today. Truth be told, it's cause of you. Can't control your little feelings. Look what dick is costing you. It was all good, yeah. About a week ago, shout out about his murder, but this bitch is really cheap.
Okay, I think that's better.
You would have heard about a murder. That her back was turned, but that girl knows. Yeah.
That thing got a whole bunch of beat in it already. I don't think I can take no more. Let me see if I can see. I don't know how to take the bass out. No more bass out. But yeah, let's go over this real quick. I want to expound on a couple of parts. Just a couple of parts, y'all. Y'all bear with me. So the first thing she say is who shot you? And she's using goddamn Big and Small Take Money beat. That's a real diss track. And she used who shot you? All right, here we go again, y'all. Here we go again.
Taking shots at, bitch, I'm busting you. I'm talking to that same bitch that crashed that boat on 42. It's a shame we're here today. Truth be told, it's cause of you. Can't control your little feelings. Look what dick is costing you. It was all good, yeah.
She said you couldn't control your little feelings. Look what dick is costing you. So she admitting, bitch, you fighting over dick.
About a week ago, shout out about his murder, but this bitch is really cheap. I was the one with the gun, you would have heard about a murder. That her back was turned, but that girl knows really heard.
She said if I was the one with the gun, it would have been a murder. She say her back was turned, but she know who really hurt her. Who really hurt her? Who really hurt her? She say her back was turned, but she know who really hurt her.
Never been a jealous friend, and the people really know it. If you would've kept it solid, then I would've been told it. See, I really thought I knew you, thought that you would keep it G. If you would've talked gangster, bitch, I'm really from the street. Imagine lying to the DA saying I took some hush money. Put a muzzle on your friends, I'm acting like a crash dummy. Got my chain?
She say you lied to the DA talking about she took some hush money. Put a muzzle on your friend. So she put a muzzle on her friend. Why she put a muzzle on her friend? And how she lied to the DA? Tell us, Mo Kelsey.
Bitch, damn, here you go lying. Yeah, hey, listen, love you doing.
Oh.
Put a muzzle on your friend, I'm acting like a crash dummy. Got my chain, bitch? Damn, here you go lying. Yeah, hey, listen, love you doing too much trying. Where I get this money from? Bitch, you knew I was a hustler. Way she did 1501, shoulda knew I couldn't trust. Protect black women, huh? But you still addressed to me. Damn, I thought that you were selling other drugs. Damn, I ain't wanna have to do this, but you steady shooting shots. Dad said if I spoke that a sex tape could drop. Was never supposed to be a guilty.
Hold on. She said what she said about a sex tape, and they mentioned this in court. So I guess if she was gonna say something about it, all of a sudden the sex tape was gonna drop. Well, damn. But it should get messier and messier every 5 seconds. Well, let me back that up just a little bit.
I thought that you were selling other drugs. Damn, I ain't wanna have to do this, but you steady shooting shots. Dad said if I spoke that a sex tape could drop. Was never supposed to be a.
She said if she spoke, a sex tape would drop. So that's how y'all trying to charge Torey with bribery. How about charging her with bribery? She telling her if she spoke, a sex tape would drop. And they spoke of this in court, y'all. So I want y'all to take notes of what's being said in here. Because they talked about this diss track in court.
Wanna have to do this, but you steady shooting shots. Dad said if I spoke that a sex tape could drop. Was never supposed to be against each other. That's what y'all made it. I'ma still live it up. Yeah, I know y'all really hate it. Sucking dick behind my back. Who really on their knees? You
Damn, sucking dick behind her back? Ah, damn, she didn't say fucking behind my back. She say sucking dick behind my back. Wow. Wow.
Oh, but Shiva, all you do is suck. Claiming you a pimp, huh? But you're slipping on your Mac and are you lying to your label? Do they really know what happened?
She say, are you lying to your label? Do they really know what happened? I don't think the label really know what happened. She must have lied to her label. And then she said, who shot you? This disrespectful. Anytime you get shot and a nigga play that goddamn big.
I'm lying to your label. Do they really know what happened?
Who shot you?
Cause you know it wasn't me. I was 10 toes down whenever you had beat. It's a goddamn shame. All you had to do was clear your best friend name. All you had to do was keep it real and stay the same. But you switched up on me, put the money in the fame. Who shot you? I thought a bitch from Barry County said so. You an H-Town hottie though, huh? Fuck out of here.
Nah, that was disrespectful. That was disrespectful. That don't sound like no friend. That don't sound like no friend that was gonna come and testify for you about what happened. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All we can say is wow. Well, let's get into what was said in court, y'all. Let's get into it. Hold on. So first we're gonna hear from Lawyer for Workers, because his version is a little bit shorter. Matter of fact, I found one more thing, y'all. I found the Kelsey when she exposed Meg. So let's see what she said when she was exposing Meg. Now this was way before the trial.
Did you know there's a way to grow your followers?
Fair use. This is
I've
Kelsey.
expressed all my concerns to you directly, and you know what my issue is with you. I wasn't your enemy. You made me your enemy. We stopped fucking with each other, but I wasn't your enemy. You made me your enemy. I have every right to get on here and address this because you made a diss track for millions of people to hear, trying to humiliate me. And I'm not hurt by the comments. I'm not hurt by any of that. But when it's coming from somebody that you really know, that's the problem. And Megan, I know you. We know each other. I know you like the back of my hand. So I don't know why you're playing with me. I don't know why you're playing with me. Because I can get on here and say some shit. I don't understand. It's like you be contradicting like a lot of shit. If anybody's a narcissist, it's you. And I don't want, my intentions isn't to mess up nobody's image, nothing like that. I've been trying to move on with my life, actually. Only time I reply to something is when somebody sends some shit to me, some hate shit to me on purpose, intentionally. And y'all see it. Y'all see it. Y'all see it happening. So, let me make sure I ain't forgetting nothing. And the people around you too. You know what I'm saying? They know it's real. Y'all know I was solid. Y'all know I was loyal to that girl. I would have did anything for her. You know what I'm saying?
Self-alive.
So
in court.
I mean, the truth is, in your song, I think you said, I want the niggas, I don't know what the fuck, I want the niggas you got or some shit. We all know that I ain't never wanted none of your niggas. It was really, come to find out, your ass was fucking with a nigga behind my back that I was on first. And that.
Yeah, come to find out, she was fucking with all the niggas you like. The Baby, Ben Simmons, now I got that Torey Lane. The truth that came out. And Meg, boy, she's a lying motherfucker, boy. I ain't gonna lie, boy. She done told way too many lies to just be occasional lies. This motherfucker just lie about everything.
ain't right, because you're supposed to be my best, you were supposed to be my best friend. We laugh at bitches that do that shit to each other. We not supposed to do that shit to each other. So stop playing with me. And I don't want to go back and forth on the internet. I don't want to know it. I don't care whatever you think you got on me. Expose the shit. Because there's nothing that you can expose that I won't hold myself accountable for. Accountability. You need to learn how to hold yourself accountable for shit. This shit, I don't even know why it's going this far. I don't understand to this day, y'all. Y'all ask me these questions. I don't have the answers. I don't have the fucking answers. Because people don't know how to be mature and talk like adults. Y'all can't say that I ain't trying to have no real conversation. Y'all can't say that. And really, I'm not the one that should have been having, y'all should have been having conversations with me. Y'all owe me a fucking conversation. I don't owe nobody shit. I don't owe my loyalty to nobody no more. I don't owe shit. So please stop playing with me. Stop fucking playing with me, because, you know, we can take it there. I want you to move on with your life. I want you to elevate. I want you to succeed. I'm not you. You're Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not you. I'm Kelsey. Let me do what I have to do to get where I need to be to make sure my family eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here really trying to make some shit happen. That's why you fucked with me so tough, because I was a hustler. Because I was on my shit. I stopped what I was doing to support you, because I wanted to do that from my heart.
That's some real shit. They say Kelsey is a hustler.
Anyways, if you had the right people around you, they would probably be telling you, you know, to slow down on some of the shit you're doing. It's not right. It's not. If you're gonna preach protect black women, stand on that shit. Stand on that shit. Because you and I both know. You and I both know.
What y'all know? Tell it, Kel. She's scared of somebody. I don't think it's Meg. I think it's her team.
And I'm not here to address the incident of that. I'm talking about shots fired. You know why? Because it was multiple lies said on that shit directed to me, which caused a hate train on me.
I didn't hear Meg's diss. I gotta go and look up Meg's diss, y'all.
Anyways. There'd be some haters on here. Anyways. Am I mad? No, I'm actually, yeah, I'm upset. I'm real upset.
She ain't even lie about that. She was about to.
I'm gonna read a few of y'all's comments and then I'm gonna get the fuck off of here. But y'all stay tuned, because I'm definitely sending my response back. I'm definitely replying.
So that's about all of that. So now let's go ahead and get into what was going on in trial yesterday. I just want to play that. I want to play the diss track and just give y'all some, you know, some shit from back then that, you know, that could be relevant to now. So now here's what lawyers for workers had to say about what was going on, and then we're gonna get into Milagro Grams.
One of their investigators, week 2 of the Torey Lanez trial. I'm walking into court right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. This is the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Hold up.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that
Jury at this trial. The judge said, "What? Hold up now. We just
hold up, y'all. Hold up. Damn, I just had it ready, y'all. Hold up. Okay, here it is.
testimony from him. First of all, I'm 6'4". This guy's like 6'5". Huge presence, heels. He's like clicking, stomping.
And just to let y'all know, he's talking about EJ, and this is Meg Thee Stallion's stylist. Meg Thee Stallion stylist that he's referring to. He testified yesterday.
Into the courtroom. He had beautiful flowing hair down to like his belly button, bright pink suit on, amazing presence. And then the scene that he walked into, so we had lunch and then we come back from lunch and like 30, 45 minutes goes by, the judge isn't there, the lawyers aren't there, everybody's very confused what's going on. Well, what's going on is nobody had ever heard what EJ had to say before. And so the lawyers and the judge were in the back going over with EJ to make sure his testimony is appropriate to present to the jury. Now, when he comes out, the defense attorney presents him as their witness. He's the defense's first witness. The defense attorney explains to the jury that nobody has ever spoken to him. The police have never interviewed him. No one knows what he's going to say. There was a moment where the question is asked to EJ, hey, at some point in the night, did something happen to Meg that gave you concern? And EJ lets out a big sigh, and he's like, yes. And we were on the edge of our seat, like, what is he about to say? And then he's like, her wig started slipping. And he's like, yo, her wig started slipping. I went to her, I was like, yo, we got to fix this wig. We tried to fix it, and then it started slipping some more. We went to the bathroom. In the bathroom, we realized this wig cannot be fixed, and we were ready to go. The rest of his testimony, let me take you what he went. First off, amazing witness, great presence, believe everything he said. I said that about Kelsey in the morning. By the afternoon, nobody believed anything Kelsey said. The whole day, EJ testified. The whole day, everybody believed what everything EJ said, if you ask me. So EJ testified. They get there. We check into their room. Kelsey goes, starts playing Pong. Meg changes, comes down. She's playing Pong. Everybody starts drinking. Defense attorney, hey, how much did they drink? He's like, a lot. Like, how much? And he's like, well, EJ, I remember at some point thinking to myself, damn, that's a lot of bottles these people have gone through. And the defense attorney established that there was about 6 to 8 people there who had drank almost 6 to 7 bottles, according to EJ. On cross-examination, the prosecutor came out and he's like, well, how many people were there? Were some of them, wasn't Odell Beckham Jr. there? He's a big guy. And EJ was like, BJ wasn't drinking. It's kind of killed the prosecutor's point. Look, EJ established they're very drunk. The other big point that EJ established, he said that Kelsey packed her own bag. He said that he had seen previously in Meg's luggage and her items things for personal protection like mace, a taser, and what looked like a handgun. He didn't see it that night, or he doesn't recall whether he saw it that night, but before he had seen it. He established that Kelsey packed her own bag and that he moved Kelsey's bag from his car to the trunk of Torey's car. And then the defense established that if you look at where the bag is, Kelsey's bag, when the police pulled over the car, the bag is not in the trunk anymore. The bag has been moved from the trunk, from the over the third row, and it's now in the middle of the bench seat. So
now I'm gonna pause right there because that is very crucial. Because this is the guy that supposedly moved Meg's bag from his car to Torey's car before they left, and he said he put the bags in the trunk. Now all of a sudden, when they get pulled over, the bag is up front with one of the females. Now remember, Meg was in court saying, "Oh, I don't remember what bag is mine. I got plenty of bags and all that." She tried to deny it. She tried to act like she didn't know what bags were hers or what bags wasn't hers. But the bag got removed from back there to up front. Now, why would that be? If y'all drunk and all y'all doing is going home, why would that be? That's a question to ask yourself.
Question, did somebody move that bag? Did the gun come out of the bag? That's where the defense is going with this. The rest of EJ's testimony, he basically said that, there was this issue with Torey and Kylie, and it eventually gets Meg to be irritated, not acting like herself. He also explained that Corey Gamble was there, suggesting that, it's time to go, and that's when he felt a little uncomfortable, like, we need to get going. There was a laugh out loud moment in the courtroom when he was like, the defense was like, why did you feel like you needed to go? He's like, I don't want to, I felt like we were the black people and we were the last people there, and so I didn't want to be the last black people there. The whole courtroom laughed. I laughed. EJ was, like I said, just a tremendous witness. And the rest of the testimony, it was just tit for tat. The defense would bring something up, the prosecution would bring something up. So, prosecution's like, oh, did you see Kelsey with a gun in her bikini bottoms? And EJ was like, no. So the defense attorney would go up and be like, yo, did you see Torey with a gun in his swimming trunks? And EJ was like, he wasn't wearing swimming trunks, he was wearing drawers. And the defense attorney's like, he was wearing what? He's like, he was wearing drawers. And he's like, what do you mean? And he's like boxer shorts, like drawers. There was a point about cooking and,
So that nigga was running around there in some drawers. And, it's a house full of females and, sound like a gay man. But Torey wasn't studying him. He was making sure them females seen what was going on. And that's probably what made Megan a little jealous. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you showing off shit. Hey, man. Hey, the girl that he's supposed to be talking to, which is Kelsey, she ain't tripping. But Meg the one tripping. She don't want the man showing off, goddamn, the man showing off in his drawers.
Cross-examining, the defense attorney was bringing out all of the lies in Meg's statement, and so then the prosecution tried to get EJ in a lie. He's like, oh, wasn't Meg cooking? And EJ's like, yeah, Meg was cooking. He's like, oh, wasn't she cooking nachos? And EJ's like, no, I remember tacos. And he's like, oh, are you sure it was taco night, are you? Like, oh my God, like, what are we talking about? It's another part. The prosecutor is like, oh, they were very drunk. Well, are they happy drunks or are they mean drunks? And EJ's like, what do you mean? Like, what does that mean? And then it really blew up in the prosecutor's face because EJ's like, well, they're party starters. They can be happy, but Meg can also go left. Meg can be very wild. She can be not herself. Kelsey can be like the Tasmanian devil. She can cuss you out. She can really start barking. And if you ask me, listening to that part, it was like, okay, yeah. Ultimately, EJ made for entertaining. Other than the fact that he established that Meg lied about things and was not being completely truthful about things, like why she didn't want to leave, whatever. But the big thing that he established was that Kelsey packed her own bag and he put the bag in the trunk. Why? During the time that they moved this car with the bag on from the trunk to the middle seat. That sounds very interesting to me. That's a good point established by the defense. All right, subscriber only post. Here's the details that you're gonna like. All right, number one, they're still looking for the security guard. The prosecution said, Judge, we're looking for him. We think we can get him. Give us another day. Meg's security guard still might testify. Number two, there's an issue with the juror. In the morning session, the prosecution raised to the judge that, hey, we've got an issue with the juror. We might not be able to have this person go forward, da-da-da-da-da. And then the judge, right before lunch, took that juror and the lawyers and they went to the back. I will tell you this about my opinion. I think
Now, remember this juror the other day, Milagro Graham, she was speaking of the jurors. She was saying she think one of the jurors need to be removed because she came in there and she had a thong showing and she had a low cut top and she was giving a hot girl energy. Like she liked to listen to Hottie, what that song called? Hottie Body, Body Hottie or whatever, Hottie. Y'all remember that song. She said the chick that came in there, revealing all that, she sounded like she was acting like she was a Meg fan. She gave her hot girl vibes. So this is who they were talking about.
Prosecution would love if that juror had an issue and can't continue. I think the defense will be very sad if that juror has an issue and can't continue. We will see what happens. Stay tuned. Meg's hairstylist EJ testified. Let me catch you up on what went on.
So that was his account of what happened. He's not as thorough as Mar-a-Lago. I think that's why we love her, because she's thorough and she's definitely animated with how she go about it. So here we go with Mar-a-Lago. I know y'all been waiting for her. Y'all love her. I love her. She's very thorough. She takes great notes and she gives us the perspective of how a female would, be, interacting with these people. So without further ado, fair use. This is her. Usually when she gets her update, she comes on DJ Akademiks platform because he has a huge platform on YouTube and Twitch and Instagram and Facebook. And, all his platforms got over 200K subscribers. And he reaches out to millions, like her live might have like 5,000 in it, but his live might have 30,000 in it. So, you know, DJ Academics is a very resourceful person. So that's why a lot of people, when they have news, they go live with him. So if y'all wondering why all the time it's DJ Academics or whatever, that's why. But here it is, y'all. Here it is.
On my toes because Megan went from fun to being irritating. So they switched gears a little bit. They said, when you met Torey, he said, I met him in a Rock Nation brunch. And he said,
and just to be clear, she's talking about the same guy, EJ, who is the hairstylist. She's giving her account of his testimony.
Torey was to come over to Megan's house. I would drop Megan off at Torey's house, and I ain't never seen him with no gun. He said he done seen Torey about 10 fucking times. He said that Megan went on trips with Torey. We'll get there. Anyway.
Hold on, she went on trips with him. When she went on Gayle King, she tried to act like she was like, you mean like in a relationship? Oh no, there was no relationship. Nah, we just were friends. We just would talk about stuff. They never asked her how many times y'all had sex and all that stuff like that. I guess that wasn't important. Even though she was trying to downplay the situation, like they just, you know, they casually were friends.
Up your plan, like she ain't over there sucking and fucking. But regardless, he said, I dropped Megan with,
Vacations?
Vacation. That was cake. Oh, was they in love, eh?
For a whole week. She been doing the God's work.
Come
on now.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Thank you. So he said, I've dropped Megan with Torey, and I wasn't worried about it because we spent damn near all of quarantine with him. And he said Megan has gone on trips with him, and she has met with Torey without security. So
she said she spent all of quarantine with him. All of quarantine. So while he was doing his quarantine radio, here she is right beside him, chewing him up.
Remember, I think it was you. Was it you that said that, yeah, she been linking up without her team knowing? All right.
Behind their back.
But let's get into it. So EJ says, yes, they went on trips together. She has been around him without security. I never thought nothing of it. He even said, before I knew Torey, I thought he was an asshole. He said, but during quarantine, when I got to know him, he was cool. He changed his mind on him. So he said, I have not seen Torey since that night at Kylie's house. So now we get back to the security talk. They said, has there ever been a time where you've seen a handgun in Megan's bags? He said, no. He said, I just packed the bags, though. I just throw shit on top of her bags. He said, were there weapons in the bags? This still defense. He said, I don't know, because I just put the shit on top. So now we're going to cross-examination. They said, let's go back to July 11th. They said, do you recall the start of that day? EJ said, yeah. I picked Megan and Kelsey up at the same location at about 1 p.m. And we went straight to Kylie's home. They said that afternoon, did you see those two with the gun? He said, no. He said, who was there? He said, Kylie, Torey, some of Kylie's friends, and security. And they said, where was Kylie's house at? He said, I don't know the address, but it's near the Beverly Hills Canyon, near the LA Basin. He said Megan was near Runyon Canyon at the top of the hill. So it took maybe 15 to 20 minutes to get to her house. And it was like, oh, so that's quick in LA. And they had a little chuckle about how fast that was. So they said that more people come at any point in the night. And he said about an hour after we had been there, a white man came with Odell Beckham. And that's the thing? Yeah, Odell Beckham Jr., the football player, the little pretty ass one, him. Yeah. He said about an hour or so later, here come Odell Beckham and a damn white man. He said, so about how many people, EJ didn't know his name, how many people was at the house at that point? He said it was probably about 4:15, and it was about 10 or 12 people at that point. And so he said the reason I know that it probably was around that time is because when we got in the pool, the sun was setting. He said, so I'm basing it off of, you know, how the weather was, like what it was looking like outside. So he said the party was drinking. No, I'm sorry. He said, who was drinking at the party? Everybody was drinking. He said everybody but me, Odell, and his friend was drinking. So the prosecutor, Bot, was like, you would say that Odell Beckham is a big guy, right? And I think that he was about to get into the 6 or 7 bottles that then got chugged blood. And so he was like, well, hold on now. He said me and Odell actually had a little combo real quick because me and Odell don't drink. He said, so me, Odell, and one more person wasn't drinking that night. So exclude us from the group of people that went through them 6 or 7 bottles. So they had to throw that shit out the window because prosecution looked like that. Yo, y'all do the math in the motherfucking chat. So they said, so how many people was drinking the goddamn liquor? They said about 8 people. About 8 people went through about 6 or 7 motherfucking bottles.
Damn.
Basically.
That's down there a bottle a person.
They killed 3 bottles of Henny by herself. You might have to give her an award.
Trophies. So then, playing beer pong. Everybody playing beer pong. They said, did Megan make some food? Here we go with this cheap ass nigga meal. He said, yo, he went gonna make some tacos.
That's all that some shit Sister Tia say. Cheap ass nigga meal. And that sounds just like some shit Sister Tia would have said. Here go with a cheap ass nigga meal.
They said tacos or nachos. People, it gets worse. The bitch didn't even have Rotel and Velveeta. He said no. Megan made tacos. He said, but we never ate them because Megan ass was too worried about coming outside.
She too worried about that wood.
He said Megan was going to make that motherfucking ground beef and put it in them damn shells. But she could not stand the fact that everybody was having a good time. So she said, fuck the tacos. These hoes ain't even ate. So then they said, Kelsey passed out about a few hours into the party.
Okay, y'all, give me a second. I'm about to run in here to go get, I got to grab something out of the shop. I'm going to let it keep playing. We got about an hour to go of this audio. So y'all just get comfortable. Y'all have y'all laughs and everything. But just know I can't see your comments and everything. I ain't going to be commentating, which y'all probably want me to shut up anyway. But I'm just letting y'all know.
He said, so everybody was just talking and drinking, right? And then so EJ was like, yeah. He said, were they bragging about having a gun? He said, no. They said, what time did Kelsey pass out? He said, probably around 6:30, 7 o'clock. He said, so Kelsey passed out. Was she drunk? And he said, yeah, like she was drunk. I had to go put her in the bed. And he said that Kelsey and Kylie actually hit it off because Kelsey a party starter. They said she like a little Tasmanian devil. He said she's short, she wild, and she the life of the party. She's a happy drunk. They say, you know, but she got a lot of bark. But that night, she was in a great space. He said, have you ever seen Kelsey bite? And he said, no. All she do is go to sleep, okay? He said, I've never seen Kelsey get physical. He said she was passed out on the raft. That's how he was describing the floating. She was passed out on the raft, and he said, I walked over there, and I told her we need to go get in the bed. He said it was a long walk. I had to help her. Her eyes was closed, and she was mumbling and shit. They asked him to describe the room that Kylie had for them. And you know this a rich ass bitch. He said the room that Kylie gave us was on the far left side of the damn house. And the room had a bed, a patio, and a damn living room. So basically, Kylie done gave them a motherfucking apartment. Basically. Huh?
A big ass suite.
Hell yeah, that's a suite, nigga. So I said, well, damn, bitch, can I come swim? So anyway, he said, I put Kelsey in the bed and she had on a swimsuit. He said, so when Kelsey woke up, she was more aware and she put on some dry clothes. He said, Kelsey was probably asleep like about an hour and a half, 2 hours. He said, so that's when everybody got back in the pool. He said, was Torey there at that point? He said, yeah. He said, Torey came along. He said, and I knew him enough to say that he was familiar, but as a gay man, I just let Megan go be with her people. He said, when I would drop Megan off the Torey house, I just drop her out. He said, I've never been in Torey's car. He said, I went in Torey's house one time real quick because Megan wanted to take a picture. He said, but whenever I would go over there, either I was dropping off Megan or I was dropping off Megan and Munchie. I would not go in. And, you know, Munchie has been mentioned in some songs and shit like that. And she does still follow Torey, in case y'all didn't know. But, yeah, he said I would never go in. So then the prosecutor going to try to slip it in, talking about, so you didn't know him well. He said, you know, I was familiar with him. And, you know, he said me and T. Ferris and Justin felt comfortable with Megan going with Torey. He said those three people felt comfortable. And they left that there. Then we get into the scene again. He says it was Kelsey, Torey, Megan, and Kylie in the pool. They said that Megan was happy to see Torey, and that Kylie was excited. They said she even asked a few times, "Hey, is Torey coming?" And so EJ said, but for me, I know Megan's tipping point. So by the time Torey got there, he just personally felt like no more drinking needed to happen. They've already been drinking all damn day, killed all these bottles. He just felt like I can
take 5 bottles.
Yeah, 6 to 7. So he was like, And then he said, so with the wig situation and the alcohol situation, he felt like these are 2 reasons why we need to get the fuck up out of here. He said, I packed the bags after trying to fix her hair in the bathroom. He said the suitcase was closed. The duffel bag was already open when I went to go put items in it. They said, what were the items that you put in it? He said, I put a change of clothes for Megan and Kelsey in the bag, and we were thinking about going somewhere else after that. So I had 2 other options that I laid down on the bed. He said, the LV bag, the one Megan act like, I got a lot of bags. He said the LV bag had a lot of shit in it. That was her bag. He said, I do not pack up Kelsey's stuff because Kelsey is the assistant. He said, but I did do it that time because all that shit was kind of together. It was all out. He just put it in the goddamn bag. They said, did you pack a gun? He said, no. He said, did you ever see a gun? He said, I don't recall. Okay. He said, have you ever seen Kelsey with a gun? No. Have you ever seen Megan or Kelsey with a gun? Did you see him with a gun that night? He said, no. So they said, without security, you say that you have a taser and mace, and you never seen her with a gun. Now get this. EJ said, not on her person. He said, well, what about in her stuff? He said, I've seen stuff like that in her bag. He said, all I would ever do is put things over it. He said, I will put items over what was in her bag. EJ said, I don't go through people's stuff. I'm not sifting through anything. I put shit in the bag. Done. Okay. He said, would Megan ever talk about the taser when y'all was out? Like, oh, I got a taser, bragging about it. He said, no. They said, maybe from time to time, did she bring this up? He said, no. And he said, honestly, we were rarely without security, and we've never been in a situation to have to use it. So, it ain't nothing that even came up. It ain't nothing to discuss. And so, now we get to the sly comment. He said, you said Megan made a sly comment. What was the comment? The comment was, he said, Kelsey told Kylie, you're really fun. You a vibe. And Megan said, shit, I'm glad because I thought you was a lame. To Kylie motherfucking Jenner, bitch. He said, Kylie laughed it off. EJ said, but that's when my antennas went up. And I said, bitch, we need to get the fuck up out of here. Okay? Imagine sitting in Kylie's big-ass motherfucking house in her pool, drinking up all her liquor and fucking up some hamburger meat, leaving a pot on the stove full of grease. Talking about, I thought you was lame. Bitch, I thought you was poor. Bitch, Kylie, you should have tagged that hoe. I thought a hoe in my pool who nigga was checking for me said something. But anyway, okay, bitch. What? So anyway, he said Kylie laughed it off, but he knew, nah, we need to get the fuck out of here. They said, so you moved the bags. He said, yeah. They said, what was the driver? He said, in the driver's seat. They said, do you know him? He said, no. He said, Torey would drop her off and pick her up and shit. I ain't gotta meet all these goddamn people. They said, did the driver ever come in the house? He said, no. They said, did you ever talk to the driver? He said, I talked to him 2 times. When I asked him to open the trunk, to let me put the shit in the trunk, and when he was about to take Megan and them home, like on some, deuces type shit. They said, did you look through the car when you put the shit in the car? He said, no. They said, if he had a gun in the center console, you would know, huh? He said, no, I wouldn't know. I ain't looking at that car. I know what they had. He said, Megan, Kelsey, and the driver leave in a swimsuit. Kelsey had put on a shirt. They said, did you see them with a gun? He said, no. They said, did you see Kelsey with a gun tucked into her bikini bottom? He said, no. He said, in your experience with other celebrities, do security guards carry guns? They objected. They come back to when Kelsey left the first time, how was she? EJ said she was faded, but she was more coherent than Megan. He said, for example, if I told Kelsey, come on, let's get in the car, Kelsey, after she done woke up after being drunk, got in the car. He said, Megan ain't following no instructions. That's how fucked up she is. Okay. They said, you said that Megan handled her liquor well. Didn't you tell us that earlier? He said, yeah, Megan handles her liquor well. I didn't have to walk her to the car or nothing. He said, but Megan was loud and aggressive. And then he made a very important statement. He said Megan had no shoes on. So when we're thinking about ways that bitches could have got injured, he said Megan did not have any shoes on at the time. He said Kelsey did because she was more prepared to leave. Remember, Megan didn't want to go. So she's in the pool.
So she was just bare hoofing it. Like, the hoofs were out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So they said Megan left with the driver and he followed. He said the only time he ever saw Kelsey after that was at a concert. And they had a quick little, hey, how you doing type of situation and moved on. He was working at the time. Nothing serious, nothing deep. And he's only seen Megan at events since then. Okay. Let's go back to the redirect. So now we got the defense speaking with him. They said, you said that you don't pack Kelsey's stuff up, right? He said, right. They said, so you don't know what Kelsey had in her bag? He said, no. He said, did Torey have guns in the trunk? He said, no. They said, did Torey have a gun on him in his swim trunks? EJ said, Torey had on his drawers. He said, no, his swim trunks. He said, no, Torey had on his drawers.
Wait, hold on. What?
He said Torey did not have on swim trunks. If Torey would have had some on his body, he would have seen it because he said Torey had his drawers on, his boxers, big print all the fuck out. Okay? He didn't have on no damn swim trunk. Maybe he put them back on, but when they got back in the car. But he had on his fucking drawers. Okay? He didn't strip down to the drawers. So they had a little laugh about that in the courtroom. They said, do you know what was in the bag? He said, I only know what I put in the duffel bag. I don't know nothing else that was packed in that house. He said, Jaquan, is that Torey regular security? He said, I've seen Torey's regular security. That wasn't him. Jaquan is not his regular security. And so he said that Kelsey was drunk before she went to sleep. And when she woke up, she was still drinking, but he felt like she was just more coherent. He said Megan is a different person when she gets past a certain threshold of drinking. And he said, I quote, Megan is a different person when she's past faded. They said, was she past faded that night? He said, yes. Okay.
5 bottles of Hennessy will do it to you.
6 or 7.
It might do it to you.
More, okay? So then they bring up the evidence photos that show us the vehicle so we can see the luggage and the Louis V bags. They said, EJ, is this the luggage that you put in the car? He said, yes. He said, is this the LV bag that you put in the car? He said, yes. Now get into this shit. He said, and let me tell you, the bags were in the behind the driver's seat. So, where people sit on the second row, that's where the bags were. They asked EJ, is that where you put that luggage? EJ said, no. He said, so the luggage has been moved. EJ said, yes. EJ said, I put the bags in the trunk. They said, did you put these bags in the back seat of the car? He said, no, I put them in the trunk. They said, about how many times have you seen Torey? He said, probably about 10 times. They said, have you ever seen Torey with a gun? No. Have you ever seen Torey talk about a gun? No. They said, has Megan ever told you that he carries a gun? He said, no. Now we got a recross. So we got the other side, you guys. They said Megan took, security for armed protection, right? He said, I don't know. They had an objection, move on. They said, have you ever looked through Torey and Jaquan's items? Did you look through them in the car? He said, no. They said, did you feel safe with Torey having been with Megan? He said, yeah. They said, did you feel it safe having Torey around Megan as you would feel with Kelsey around Megan? He said, yes. And to me, that says a lot because Kelsey is like a sister to her. This is her best friend. This is her assistant. This person has a lot of trust. So if EJ gonna say, me, Justin, and Faris trusted Torey with her, even without security, to me, that says a lot. They said, have you ever seen him with a gun or talk about a gun? He said, no. The prosecutor had the nerve to say, have you seen Torey's gun tattoo? He said, child, no. There was an audible, nigga, what? It was like Are you fucking dumb? Like, what kind of dumbass question is this? Yeah, this for this fuck. Like, what? So, they said to EJ, "Did you ever see what happened after they left?" He said, "No." Okay. He said, "One more question. Have you ever seen Kelsey and Megan fight over a man?" He said, "No." He said, "You ever seen them like get bucked up pretty much?" She was like, "No." Okay. After that, that was it. We came in so late, we only had about 2 hours, but they did finish. EJ was dismissed for the day. I appreciate him so much because he did not waste our time. He got straight to it. He felt like the most honest person so far. No fluff. Just here you go, you guys, and let me get out of here. Um, there was an issue about a motion filed about some or motion they wanted to file based on some information they've been having. So they called that out and said, "Y'all been knowing that shit. Y'all been knowing that shit. So why y'all bringing it now? Like y'all on some fugazi shit." And so y'all deal with that. They tried to add a bribery charge. The judge said no. They tried to add a bribery charge based on testimony that Torey had allegedly hit up Kelsey about this fucking $1 million. They denied it. That shit was denied like a motherfucker. They brought in Mr. Kelly, who's a witness, and Detective Sogner, who's a witness, and another police officer, Officer Diaz, and they ordered them back to court tomorrow. So hopefully we can get through all those people tomorrow. He said hopefully by Thursday we're hearing closing arguments. They want this shit wrapped up. Wednesday or Thursday, they want this shit wrapped up. And so that was court today.
Hey, I know this was earlier in the day, right? With the detectives that took the stand, and I watched you talk about it before, and I watched Lawyer for Workers talk about it. It seemed like the DA at this point is just like, yo, they feel so upset that Kelsey didn't say what they want to say. They're like, yo, Torey's cheating, so we're gonna cheat too. Okay, we're gonna just bring people on the stand that's only gonna remember what we want to do. Right?
That's how it felt.
Right, because that's what happened with the cops, ain't it? Because the motherfucker who had Kelsey handcuffed but don't remember nothing about Torey, that would be anything that showed that he might be, oh, okay, he's concerned, maybe he's looking like somebody who's a human. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They look like just desperation day. Then they try to throw a bribery charge last minute.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? And they told him, like, we're not doing this last minute. No bribery charge for you.
What was your overall thoughts about the whole day?
Another win for the defense. I mean, we continue to paint the picture, babe. For now, bags have been moved. So it's possible that somebody went into these bags. What did y'all need to move the bags for, and when would you have had time? So I'm thinking that maybe the bags got moved on their way back up there. Because at this rate, I mean, what the hell you moved the bag for? Did you try to get in it? Were you trying to get something out of it? Like, what's up? What was the plan? I'm not understanding that. Like I said, EJ was the most level-headed. So I appreciated him and his testimony. I think that he was honest.
Did they ever get into his relationship with Meg currently?
No.
Or maybe what happened? No.
They didn't get into anything of that nature. No questions about why you're no longer with her. I was wondering if they would bring up the incident that we heard about on social media with Megan and JT approaching him in an aggressive way. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Break it down.
There was a situation where EJ was at a party, and he had gone on social media and just said that he was owed money from Megan. This after he stopped working with her. So when they got to the party, Megan, per how it was described, charged him up on some aggressive shit. And that JT came up to defend her and was pressing him as well as a grown-ass man. Now, had he hauled off and knocked out both of their asses, it would have been a problem. But y'all up here addressing grown-ass men like them not niggas. Another conversation for another day. But yeah, it wasn't. And then JT's stance was, well, I don't feel like he should have went to social media about it. She didn't like that he did that. And it's something that kind of tapered off by the wayside. But I was thinking, that they would bring that up because it's
I'm back, y'all. I'm back.
And how she be acting.
I'm back, y'all. How was the sound? Was the sound good? Somebody say, do faded mean high? Yeah, it mean either high or drunk. Sister T. So there go them hoops again. Y'all in here laughing like a motherfucker, so I know y'all been able to hear it right. Okay. So I'm back, y'all. I'm back. So let's get back. Let's make sure we stay into it. We still got 30 more minutes of audio to go, so plenty to hear.
When he's sitting up here saying that she gets aggressive when she gets past faded, I wish that they would have dove into that. Now, when you say aggressive, what is she doing? And this ain't no little bitch. So when we talking about a bitch, it's
This ain't no little bitch.
and not even thin. We have a very curvy, well, not necessarily curvy, but a thick, heavy, a solid. Yeah, this a different type of motherfucking aggression.
Hey, so you said one instance of like, you know, that maybe that passive, like everybody knows. If you drink, you know, I drink all the time. You know, somebody's usually past that limit or past the point where they lose social perceptiveness when they say something and you know it's wild disrespectful.
Yeah.
If they weren't that drunk, even if they were trying to say it, they would say it in a cooler way. When you say some shit like, damn, I thought you was a lame bitch. Like, come on now. Like that's one of those, you look at her like, yo, why would you say it?
Yeah,
like
why would you say some shit like that?
He said, I've been knowing Kylie, and I just feel like at that point, no. He said she did laugh.
See, that's that slick hater shit, really, to be honest. She had done fucked around and pulled up to Kylie Jenner house, and she seen how big her house with it, because she thought she was the shit. She was like, oh, I'm hot, I'm making, you know, all this money or whatever. Then you run up on a bitch house that really balling. Now, y'all ain't balling like the Kardashians balling. Y'all balling, y'all hood rich, but they wealthy. There's a difference. There's a difference between an M and a B. So I think she was over there kind of slick hating. So that's why she had shit like that to say. And I think they even said that Kylie was missing a bracelet or something, and then, you know, she found it like, yeah, I found it, so you won't say the black people got it. You know, like doing a little arrogant ass, hood ass shit like that. Like, goddamn, act like you know when you are goddamn when you're in the presence of some goddamn wealth. You out here acting all goddamn ratchet everywhere you go.
But I was like, no, it's time to go. And he see Ferris and said,
right, Kelly a big now.
I guess trying to maybe get him to reach out to Megan and say, come on, let's go.
From multiple stories and sources that I've heard, there was a lot of those type comments. And by the way, I think, you know, obviously Kylie's not going to testify, so we're not going to figure out like what her opinion is on everything.
Right.
I think those type comments. I think that's why, you know, Kylie obviously eventually kicked her out and probably don't fuck with her now.
Exactly. Because what did she say when she went back? And because EJ, you know, he didn't speak to that. What is this incident that took place that led to Kylie saying, "Get the fuck out of here"?
I wish they had asked EJ, at least, you know, in his own opinion.
Right, I heard thought.
She felt like Meg was getting more aggressive, not only with more alcohol that she was drinking, she on a fifth bottle, but maybe she was also getting a little bit more.
Yeah, imagine being Kylie, right? You just this rich little prissy white girl, and then you got this old ghetto ass broad coming in here, and she fucking all this aggression and shit, and probably popping her mouth and, oh girl, that's a cute little something right there, you know, like doing all this slick hating, especially since goddamn she see Torey all up on her. Oh yeah, she thinks she the shit. Let me go make some nachos, then go in there and make a big ass mess, waste the people food and all that shit. They rich, they can afford this shit. They had a maid clean that shit up. You know what I'm saying? All kind of just disrespectful ass shit. Fuck this little white girl. This little white girl thinks she the shit. Like, it probably was all kind of slick hating. And then when that bracelet went missing, oh man, she probably had it for real. And then when she found out that she realized that she was missing it, you know those thieving motherfuckers that'll steal some shit for you that act like they helping you look for it? Yeah, one of them type motherfuckers. Yeah, cooking tacos and shit. You in a billionaire house, motherfucker, you should have been telling the maid, like, or the goddamn butler, like, hey man, go bring us some hors d'oeuvres or some, you know, motherfucker, go bring us some rich nigga shit. The fuck?
Aggressive after watching, you know, Torey and Kylie interact. You know, so she's
fucking and you feeling that nigga so much that you getting dropped off, he picking you up, and you didn't told your best friend, stop fucking with him, I might have to work with him again on some line and shit, and that nigga sitting up there in his motherfucking drawers, dick print out, flirt with a bitch, you ain't gonna be mad. Nope.
Yeah, she was on some whole nother level mad shit. She was in love, y'all. I think she was in love. She scared to admit to the world that she was in love with this short nigga with a ball spot. Yeah, she embarrassed her. That's why she got the whole world wanting to like, oh fuck Torey, he ain't all that anyway. Well, she thought that nigga was all that. Cause she was got there in her motherfucking feelings. And that ain't no opinion no more. That's just everybody and their mama could see she was in her damn feelings about Torey. And Torey looking at it as probably how she was talking. Oh, I don't need no nigga. We just fuck friends. She probably when they were fucking, he probably was telling like, I ain't trying to be, like that. I ain't trying to be like that either. I'm single and mingling. I'm a hot girl, this and all that shit there. But she really wanted to be wiped up. But how can you be mad at him when you just fucked the baby yesterday? That's why she was mad at the baby when the baby did that song with Tory Lanez. That scat song. I love that song. That song fire as a motherfucker. When he did that song, all of a sudden Meg got mad as a motherfucker. That's why. Cause she know it was between two niggas that she done been fucking, and she know them niggas done been talking. She know them niggas like, man, you smashed her too? Oh shit.
Torey was gonna get up out that pool, nigga. What the fuck? I would press that.
Let me get 2 sausage egg biscuits.
So it's logical.
Hey, but wait,
yes.
I think EJ's testimony.
That's it.
Remember when Meg admitted that she fucked Torey, right? Yeah. Then she was downplaying it, like they were like, "Oh, we got like a relationship." She was like, "Oh hell no!" Like that's like basically kind of like just making it seem like it was nothing. Like they just had a sexual, situation, but nothing more than that.
Right.
Hearing from EJ, it seems like not only was this shit frequent, you're not taking your fuck buddy on vacations. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? If this is some shit you do, like when you extra bored, y'all not going on vacations. Right. Y'all not spending that much time together, right? Because Meg downplayed all the time they spent together.
Definitely did. And downplayed him and Kelsey's relationship, knowing that she hooked him up. But yes.
Yeah, it all plays into
And I bet he made her pay too. Yeah, I bet she paid for her good tricking ass. But she be out here telling all y'all female, like, thank you. She be out here telling all y'all female, man, fuck a nigga. I ain't treat a nigga like this. A nigga gotta pay for this. Nigga gotta do this and this and that. Lying like a motherfucker to y'all. Lying like a motherfucker. Got all these females out here crashing out while she over there trying to get wiped up but couldn't. Got all these females out here crashing out like that. And stop listening to these rappers. They just like these men rappers. We thinking these niggas are shooters. We thinking these niggas are dope boys. We thinking these niggas solid. And turn out, as soon as they ass get in court, they copping pleas and telling on their homeboys and all kind of shit. Man, please.
Mentality of why you would be frustrated and upset when you see the nigga trying to do some shit or trying to act a little bit extra to another girl.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. You fuck with me the long way. So what's up?
Yeah.
It's felt so comfortable having her stylist and shit drop her off and he picked up because she knew Kelsey wasn't in town. How low gotta be? You know what you headed over the fuck. Bitch, you headed over there to get fucked and you knew that shit. And you never said a word to Kelsey.
I ain't gonna lie. Again, I know her character and her morals ain't up. That's not on trial.
Man, with friends like that, who the fuck need enemies? You'll have a friend that'll hook you up convince you to talk to a dude. When you start talking to him, you go home for goddamn quarantine. Now she sliding up in the nigga. I mean, now she letting the nigga slide up in her. Now goddamn, all of a sudden you want the girl to help you lie on the nigga. Get the fuck out of here, man. This is some slime ball ass shit. This is some slime ball ass shit. A Meg Thee Stallion song came up on my Pandora list, man. I skipped that shit. I was like, man, fuck that bitch. Sorry I had to call her that in front of y'all, but that's bullshit. I can't even rock with that shit. Weak ass.
But you gotta think about it. And I think I think on Friday they actually detailed it. I had heard the same thing too. Torey and Kelsey are buffing.
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey catches COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey goes back to Houston. Meg slide right in there.
Yeah.
Bucket her while her friend is at home.
Straight gutter
Can't
trash.
smell, can't taste, on bed rest.
Kelsey could have died. Niggas was dying from COVID every hour. And she was it.
Meg over here, she slide in instantly. She don't give two fucks. You know what I mean? So now it's putting it into perspective, like the character, and especially when you hear this ain't the first time this type of behavior is happening. It's a couple of niggas that has happened with.
Yeah. What's going on now? A mother
Hey,
fucking me.
this damn prosecutor is trying. They know that they're about to look embarrassed.
Yeah.
You were in court.
14.
Did you feel like at any point they did something like, and I'm talking about the prosecutor, and you're like, damn, okay, that point hit home, or like, okay, that's a good point you made right there, because it seems like they're on desperation time and they need to score points. They need to score some type of points.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. The answer to that question is absolutely the fuck not. And actually, to me, there was a defeated tone today. You know, I feel like the guy, not Kathy, she always feel like she gotta stick up her ass. I call him a little Ken doll. He always getting up smiling and conveying his points. He may, have his little moments, but he's trying to keep it level. Today it was real. So what about this? It wasn't too many questions. It wasn't too much to get into. It seemed like, a balloon that was almost out of air. With a helium balloon, you get to that point where you throw it up in the air, y'all play like fake volleyball with it a little bit, then you just start sucking the air out of that bitch and talking funny.
Hey, boy, she do that shit effortlessly.
Why Thursday?
She a trip.
Probably wrap by tomorrow, maybe. I thought Wednesday where the jury.
Well, Dustin has gone MIA. They want more time to try to locate him.
That nigga hard.
Yeah. And the LAPD said they're not searching for him. So,
is it possible they will? I mean, I've never heard this, but maybe delay the trial a little bit to see if they could get a hold of him.
The suggestion that I heard was see if you can find him, so bring him in. If you can't, then we're gonna proceed. If you can find him before we're done with everything, maybe we'll let y'all speak to him before we close. So I think he's staying for time, and I think he's gonna wait till the shit is over and then pop up.
Let me ask you. So I have a theory about why I think he's not trying to be a part of this. What do you think? Because that's not Torey's witness.
Right.
That is
right.
Witness. He's the bodyguard. Remember, he came out all tough too when he said, "Yo, if Meg was with me, this wouldn't have happened."
Yeah. That's what he said.
It does happen. He said, "If Meg was with me," that's when we realized. Wait, what?
Now, remember the bodyguard, he was the one that got on social media and made a little comment like, these bitch ass niggas be shooting at women and shit like that. If she was with me, that wouldn't have happened. And, and he claimed that when he went to go pick up Meg's stuff from Torey's house, that Torey admitted to him that he shot Meg. Now, why would he do that? But he don't do that to people that he know, like people he friends with. That man ain't stupid enough to tell Meg's bodyguard, yeah, I shot her. Come on, man. That's why that nigga done disappeared. That nigga don't want to come on that trial with a good line there. He better have disappeared.
Right.
Why do you think this nigga has gone ghost? Or is it just bad scheduling? But he knew this trial was coming up for all time.
No, he knew. I think that two things. I think that he did not want to perjure himself. I think that with Kelsey going rogue, everything would have been cool if everybody would stay in the script. Now that she ain't going the way people thought, maybe, obviously I'm speculating, but maybe he felt like, I'm gonna get up there and get up in this shit show. Number two, I don't know if he would have been prepared for questions about them sleeping together, because I would have asked him. I would have asked him if he was on cocaine, because there's a live video where it sounds like it's gone off a bump. That's what it sounded like. Yes, there's a video of them on live in the pool.
and Justin was gone off his ass. I don't know what the fuck he was on, but they're in the pool and he pulls out a gun in the pool. You haven't seen the bodyguard pulled out a gun in the pool with Megan and the people in the pool. And it sounded like they said he was gone off a bump, but I cannot verify that. But that's what it sounded like to me. And then he had the gun, and they laughed about it. When Megan started seeing some comments, she switched up her tempo and acted like, "Well, we don't play around guns, you know, y'all handle that type of shit." But they actually found it funny. He got the gun like it's a phone. He got the gun on his chest. Now this is the girl who just said she was shot. She's so damn traumatized.
This is after she was allegedly shot.
Yes, this is after this. And there was also, in that same instance, that boy was so close to her face, he could have kissed her. She said, "For me, Justin," looking up at him while his girlfriend is in the back of the pool. You know, his girlfriend was in the damn dance. The girlfriend in the back of the pool, yeah.
Wow, I ain't hear this part, y'all. I'm hearing this with y'all. So she all in the pool. This nigga here got the gun and he flexing with the gun and all that shit. And then they take a picture where they all close, like they about to, and the goddamn girlfriend got to sit back and she can't say nothing. That's Meg. What's she gonna say? She can't say a damn thing. Meg probably fucking the bodyguard too. They probably was gonna ask him, "Y'all fucking?" And he would have had to tell the truth. Messy as a motherfucker, boy. I'm talking about, like Sister T said, straight gutter trash. What's good, Kwame? We just going over this, what's the name? I gotta give you a wrench back. I don't think I've seen you in here since I've been on this channel. But let's continue on.
The charge of her damn bosses, bitch, I would have lost my motherfucking job and I would have that nigga. That nigga was standing over her. That nigga could have kissed her in her fucking mouth. He looking down on her, she looking up at that nigga. Yeah.
I definitely seen a picture where they're like we're matching, like some matching outfit. I'm like,
fuck is that?
But that's how the security's giving it up now.
Security. What the hell going on there?
What's going on?
So I don't think he was prepared for the line of questioning, and I don't think he wanted to person himself. Those are the reasons why I don't think that he showed the fuck up.
Okay.
Yeah, she fucked that security guard, y'all.
We're getting into speculations here.
She done caught her while she was drunk. She fucked that security guard.
Rock Nation got a horse in the race.
Okay.
All fun intended, right? They want Meg's story to be verified, and they want Torey to go to jail.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how, like, I feel like they're trying to pull some strings. I'm wondering what the fuck they're doing about this Justin dude, because here's my theory on Justin.
And y'all,
now that Kelsey's like testimony, like that,
I'm gonna play that diss track one more time before this live over, y'all, for the people who missed it.
That part of the prosecutor, which I never heard this before, but they're saying that Justin heard Torey confess.
Yes, there's an allegation that the next day, and this is what I don't like. And let me bring this up. Kelsey goes to the hospital and is left outside. She's wondering what's going on with her best friend, and they say, well, she got glass on her foot. She might be out for a year. You're gonna need to go home. They book her flight for within the next 2 hours. She started getting more time than that. They say, okay, let us know.
2 hours.
Kelsey is down and out. She just gave up her appointment and came to LA to get rid of the appointment. So all she got is her luggage and her purse that she done brought out here. It was okay for Megan, who still had a team, to send Justin to Torey's house the next day to go get her shit. But everybody want to look at Kelsey crazy because she gave up the address for her hotel so she can get her shit. That's fucked up to me. But
that's a valid.
Justin says that the next day.
That's a valid point right there. Like, she gave up her address for him, but then she trying to act like she's so scared. See, all the shit that they're accusing Kelsey of, like taking a bribery and all that. But we found out that Meg, the one that went and bought her, went and paid her rent up for a year. We found that Meg was the one that got there, tried to hit her up and say, "I need you to go on social media," you know what I'm saying, to say this. We found out all this shit about Meg, but the man getting blamed, just like he got blamed for shooting. They did not test her DNA. I remember that, y'all. Remember, that's what we went over the other day when we covered day 5 on Friday. That we found out that they did not test her DNA on the gun. They only test his. They tested that she had gunpowder on her, and then they still haven't came back and said who the gun was registered to. The gun has serial numbers on it. They could have easily said the gun was stolen. It was registered to this person, that person. They won't say who the gun registered to. And then remember the question got asked, who had more gunpowder on them? And they avoided that question. The prosecution have not pulled up the witness. There's one eyewitness, one guy that's neutral. He don't know who Meg Thee Stallion is. He don't know who Tory Lanez is. None of that shit. He has no dog in the fight. Only thing he heard is somebody arguing outside his house. And he came outside, looked from the balcony. He seen who was fighting and he seen who shot. Now he's gonna give his testimony today. So tomorrow, y'all don't want to miss the update tomorrow, because tomorrow is gonna be the guy, or tonight, whichever one I could get to, is gonna be the guy giving his testimony of what he saw, not what these lying motherfuckers are saying. Because the only person we can't get the answer from is the people that can actually tell the story outside of Meg and Kelsey. Because the driver didn't show up and the bodyguard can't be found. So the only person outside of these lying motherfuckers that's gonna tell us what happened, he's gonna testify today. And that's gonna be the atomic bomb, in my opinion.
After everything happened, which would be like the 13th, he went to where Torey was staying to go get Megan's things that had been left in the car. Things that I felt like she could have fucking replaced. But you need our shit, but this is bullshit. But anyway, he went to go get it. He claims, per their, recount, that Torey told Justin, I shot Megan, I'm so sorry, I was wrong. Now, why the fuck would he tell him that he ain't told nobody else this shit, that he confessed to you and you ain't got it on nothing? And why you ain't going to this? If you all on Instagram playing tough, yeah, and she gonna be with a nigga that ain't finna be around no niggas that shoot their feet, then you was supposed to handle that shit when you pulled up that nigga.
I agree.
You was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Fuck all the damn days, nigga. What you did, but you ain't do.
Ain't nobody asked that question. Nigga, you talking all that tough shit on the internet. You know where the man live at. You pulled up on the man. I bet you ain't say, nigga, why you shot my client or something like that. You ain't straighten that nigga. Probably because Torey had bodyguards there bigger than his ass. Yeah, he ain't want no smoke.
You went and got them bags like a pussy little bitch, put that shit in your car, and went on about your damn business. That's what you did.
It's starting to sound like that nigga Torey never said that to him.
Yeah, come on now.
And that was some shit he was gonna go with. But now, if everybody else ain't lying the way they need to lie to get this conviction, why the hell would? Because you become the new star witness. Oh, for the first time somebody, nobody said they seen Torey do it, right?
Yeah.
Now he will be the first nigga who said, I heard Torey tell me he didn't.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Did they say anything about the bribery charges possibly coming later?
I don't believe so because it was denied. The judge outright denied it.
Yeah, but they're trying to add it to this case, this trial.
Yeah. You mean down the line? They did not say. They didn't say if they have future plans past this. No, they're trying to add it on to now.
That was Kathy. That was talking about bullshit. Talking about first. Kathy. Kathy.
She hot to the fuck.
Jesus Christ. Damn. Wow.
Their shit.
Hey, it's interesting that because I think the prosecutors are playing their cards. They're now I think they're doing these things to try to paint the image and narrative that if we lose or looking like we're about to lose, Torey's getting away with some OG shit. Yeah. Oh, you know what I mean? Like he rigged the shit somehow. And it don't really look like they're just trying to hold a fair trial. It looks like they're taking the person.
Yeah. That's how it seems to me. I mean, what the hell is going on? And I think that they make themselves look like fools today. Them and that young lady that got up there that acted like she didn't remember a damn thing today. And that police officer. You were standing right the fuck there. And you ain't never paying attention to him. 20 or 30 minutes you stood in between him and Kelsey, who you never heard nothing.
Right.
And you just went over this fucking record and you don't know what Kelsey said. It was bullshit. And it made them look crazy.
But you know what she said in that rap song though?
Completely. Ooh. What else happened during the day that you feel like we should probably know? Like how was everybody's demeanor? I don't know. When did that whole thing with Torey was in, because they're making it seem like he was alone in the elevator with a juror.
Yeah, allegedly last week he was on the elevator and one of the jurors was on the elevator, so they was trying to make a deal out of it. But when we came back, she was still in the stand. She was still in the jury pool. So obviously they kept their ass. I don't know if they're gonna talk to her some more or see what the hell going on. There was another situation where a juror claimed they gotta go to the days in a row at 10 o'clock a.m. That's a motherfucking lie. And who the fuck ever got a doctor's appointment for Wednesday and their Tuesday, Wednesday at 10 o'clock at the same damn time? So that whole line. So they was like, well, what you want to do about that? And they was like, well, let's just see how she go, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. You know, but maybe we can see if she can just not go to this appointment and sit here to do this shit so we can leave. Like the whole thing is like get the fuck up out of here. And he reiterated that he hopes that this shit is done. You know, Tuesday and Wednesday we can wrap this shit up and then go ahead and move on. So he's pushing, sound like to me, for the end of the damn week. We need to be done by the end of the week. Close the arguments by Wednesday or Thursday so that these people can go deliberate.
So right now, and prosecutors haven't made any mention of that gun being registered. Like, that's why I think they got a weak ass case here, because if that gun was legally registered to the security guard, they would have been said. They would have been that. They're not mentioning where the gun came from, who had it.
Right.
They don't even know where it supposedly was in the car at first. They don't know where it was found.
And the gun's serial number was still intact.
No scratch off, nothing.
No. So why has no one traced this weapon?
Or they probably did, but it's not helping the case.
Yeah.
It's not helping the case.
Yeah.
So they're not mentioning.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Wow. Man, this shit is good. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Torey's making a fucking. He's making him look like a fool, man.
Yeah.
And
they're making themselves look like a damn fool. This case should never make it to this point. And I think the lack of effort and preparation is because they never thought that it would. I think they thought we can tear this nigga up in the media. We can make his life a living hell in that regard, and we can continue trying to get him to take a plea.
I said that. I think they were trying to make him take a plea.
Push until they said no, and we got a trial.
Hey, if they took all weekend, because we all know that pretty much the DA, as much as they're trying the case currently, they're pretty much investigating to try to, like, you know what I mean? They're mentioning stuff that's happened last week or week before or 2 months ago when this initial incident happened 2 years ago. So they're still very much trying to just grab the straws. And now we're getting to see they had a whole weekend to figure out, okay, Torey gave you guys the work last week. What the fuck you about to come back with?
Yeah.
And all was, we're going to recall some witnesses. And then we're going to threaten a bribery charge.
Yeah.
And I know they got to be seasoned because the bribery charge is about allegedly what supposedly Torey said to them that day and after. I think they're really mad because they think that what's going on right now with Torey and them getting their ass kicked.
Right.
Torey's picking that. You know what I mean? Like Torey's actively like having people say stuff. It's just not going their way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's why some of my shit got reported. You know, I was contacted, and they let me know. Megan's team.
They tried to report those shit.
These were all the tweets that they tried to report.
That's how they play.
Take them down, but you didn't
go along, get along, gang.
So pathetic shit.
Hey, I see somebody in your chat. Her name's Angie. She said, "Well, it's not mentioned because it's not relevant." I think it was a conversation about who that gun belongs to. No, that's absolutely relevant.
It's absolutely relevant.
If you're thinking about where the gun is going to be, if the gun is registered to the security guard, it's going to be on this person in a glove compartment, maybe a center console.
Yeah.
It's no use that if you have a gun registered to you, you're in and say you're registered to have that gun, right?
Anything that happens with that weapon,
unless it's stolen.
So you have to make sure that you are very aware.
And they would have said that. If it came back stolen, they would have been quick to say that.
Now, if we know it's on you or in proximity to the front, now we could think about and try to like use, you got to 3D map it like, okay, so how would they get the gun? Precisely. Right? Now, if it's in the bags, that's in the back, now that's a different conversation. You know what I mean? So it's absolutely important. If you could pinpoint that gun registered to someone, it's likely that they had that.
That's it at that point, right? If your friend, if the gun is registered to your friend, you call up and some shit, 9 times out of 10, they let you borrow it, huh? You know? So it's a lot of people cognitive dissonance, you know, and they want to believe what they have decided to believe, and now they don't want to hear shit else. And here we are. Because at this point, if you ain't thinking at the very least that something is up with this bullshit, I ain't telling you to pick a side, but if you don't at least think that, damn, this shit actually, wait a minute now, bitch, you stupid. To me.
And I see a few people on here also talking about, like, you know, biasness, this and that. Hey, listen, the narrative is going on for years, right? Mm-hmm. Now we're actually in the cool. This is where, you know, I always told people going into this, what do you care more about? Do you want to know the truth, or do you want to know if Torey's going to get found guilty or innocent? Those are two different criteria.
Yeah.
Torey's job isn't to convince some of y'all who already been brainwashed and rocking that he did it. He only to convince y'all that he ain't done it. Right? He just bring up a reasonable doubt among those 12 people that are going to vote. That's it. So if he had to convince your stubborn ass, maybe he'd be doing it a little bit different, right? Right. Maybe he'd be dead. But
if you got to convince some people that don't know what's going on, don't know none of them people,
and we've seen so much now.
It'd be a no-brainer.
I don't think that's being biased to say it looks weak.
And
if you got to,
that is my opinion. And an attorney, a seasoned attorney, got up and gave his opinion. I know you're cool with that, right?
Oh yeah. I need to do it. I need to do a reaction to that.
Yeah.
This shouldn't have made it to trial. This is bullshit.
It's weak to convict him, and also, even if you didn't think that all these things that's been happening, changing the stories, lying, people omit certain parts, oh, we don't want to talk about this, blah, blah, everybody has selective amnesia. Even if you think most of those details so far that came out, most of the testimonies, were not enough to pose a significant, reasonable doubt. What do you think? What do you think about all the other situations that there's nothing that really points that Torey did it?
That nothing. And guess what happens tomorrow? Sean Kelly gets on the stand and he gets to tell everybody about how he saw. And got the bag to go to the front. It was a fight and the gun went off.
That's another reason why, for anybody.
Now that's gonna be what we want to hear.
Sean Kelly.
Listed
in the police report as witness number 1. He said he did it. So he looked outside. He said got woken up by the goddamn argument. Yeah. Looked outside, seen 2 women fighting, and seen all this shit.
Yes.
The prosecutor don't want to call him. Why the prosecutor call him? Like if you finally have an eyewitness, you don't want to call an eyewitness.
Why not? Because they don't say truth. Yeah.
Hey, come on.
And we read, I personally read the transcripts from when I read the transcripts from December 2021. He had a talk with Stogner, who was supposed to take the stand tomorrow, and he said that I was awoken to arguing, went to my balcony. I see a young lady get out of the back passenger seat, come to the front. There was a physical altercation, and he's spoken to someone more than once. So now it's being said that he ultimately said that he saw Kelsey shoot Megan.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That is what the defense said.
When he said
we
that,
have a witness that will testify that they saw Kelsey shoot Megan. This man came in the courtroom today when he was ordered back tomorrow. This is a white man that looks to be at least in his 50s to 60s. This is not a man that I would expect to know who the fuck Megan was, to know who the fuck Torey was, living in Hollywood, or in LA rather, minding his damn business, trying to sleep. Why did this man say that he saw that shit if that's not what he saw?
Is the prosecutor done? The defense is going.
Look, If that man come in there and he say out his own fucking mouth that he saw this girl shoot that girl, that's gonna be a motherfucking bombshell. Because this woman would have lied to our fucking face and then put all these people in a situation where they put their damn necks out defending her. And that could be a slippery slope. That could be a real slippery slope. That is amazing. Because without that witness, we'll all be sitting around and say, "Oh, he did it. He didn't do it. He didn't." I wanted the reaction. I want to hear one fucking person that's gonna say, "Torey still did it." When somebody can sit there and say, "No, she did it. I saw it. I saw it. I saw two women fighting. I saw a woman shoot the other woman, and I saw that guy try to take the gun from her." It'll still be some idiots out there that's gonna say Torey did it. They still gonna put that on his name. And then I wonder if they're gonna arrest them two women right there for lying on the stand, because they asked them several times. And even though a lot of what Meg was saying is I believe and all that, when it came to who shot her, she said Torey did it. She said that on the Instagram. Now when she got in court, she just say she didn't see him shoot. She just seen him with the gun. She tried to be slick about that. But on that Instagram, you said he did it. You was 100% sure he did it.
First, right?
Well, they're out of order. The prosecution hasn't even arrested their damn case yet because we got the rogue ass witness, and then they're trying to call back two people. So when the defense pulled up EJ, he was out of order. But per his schedule, they went ahead and proceeded. Yeah.
Is Stylist going to take the stand?
He came in. He was ordered back to court tomorrow.
Okay, so he is. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, at this point, man, I'm telling you, if Torey is not in a very comfortable position, I don't know what to say. By the way, it's going to be interesting to watch the prosecutor, even with the Sean Kelly dude.
Yeah.
Prosecutor is going to try to rip their own witness. Well, it's not their witness, but they're going to try to rip him to shreds. And if they can't do that, they're going to do some wild accusation, or they're going to question him about, did Torey or Torey's people contact you? They're always going to do that shit because they're trying to give an overtone like Torey paid everybody off, right, and anybody who says anything favorable for him is basically a plant.
Yeah, and that's the most ridiculous shit to me because they couldn't.
He was there from day one.
They were trying to take his condo, his penthouse. I thought he couldn't pay his rent. So what's the fucking story? Everything was funny when I said he was broke. So bitch, don't try to have a nigga hit $1 billion lotto now. He lost these deals. Get these hoes $1 million for the fuck what, nigga?
Yeah.
Fuck is you talking about? Stupid shit from stupid ass hoes. Desperate shit. This shit don't make no sense.
Now he got gun residue on him. His DNA wasn't on the gun though. So, and they say that he had gun residue as well as Kelsey, but they're saying that he didn't have DNA on the gun and that there was woman DNA on the gun, but they didn't test the women and the gun. They didn't test the women who should have been tested. But they tested him and his DNA wasn't on there. And if he had shot that gun 5 times, his DNA would have most definitely been on there.
Blowout already. I think if I had to forecast it, I'm saying Torey got the win.
You never know what he's gonna do, but I'm okay with how I feel about that.
I think the prosecution is one right now. It might be I told you that strong. Yeah. They have to do something like a rabbit out the hat or get somebody. Okay.
Tomorrow, we could be hearing from Stogner, that is the now disgraced police officer from LAPD, that has been fired for, inappropriate conduct in terms of, it seems like domestic violence issues or something like that. A couple instances of it, not an isolated, situation. Officer Diaz, who we spoke to, I feel like last week, I don't know what the fuck he's back for, and then Sean Kelly. They were ordered back for tomorrow, so we're expecting to at least hear from them tomorrow, but maybe we can get more. We got through 5 first that day. Let's pump these hoes out.
Anybody else other than those 3? Because I'm trying to figure out what's.
I didn't see anyone else, and I didn't mention anyone else today.
What's holding up closing statements?
Exactly.
The Nick in Qatar.
Yeah.
And who else they said they can't find? And hold on. Ironically, if they said that, investigators showed up to his house,
okay,
right? They're looking for this guy a lot. His family are looking for him, but the judge and the investigators or prosecutors looking for him.
Of course.
They showed the same energy with the driver.
They haven't said it, and I guess because he's on.
My bad. I stepped out of the car to put some gas in my car. I forgot I had the headphones on, and that's what the audio playing through. Thank you, Lil Lace. I'm gonna slide it back a little bit for what y'all missed.
Desperate shit. This shit don't make no sense. Shit ain't logical.
I think this case it's a blowout already. I think if I had to forecast it, I'm saying Torey got the win.
You never know what it's gonna do, but I'm okay with how I feel about it. I'll tell you that.
I think the prosecutors are gonna pull one rabbit out the hat.
They might. You never know.
In the next 2 days, I thought they were gonna do it today. Y'all had a good 2 weekend. Your 2 days. You got 2 days, and you have the weekend. Come on, man. Y'all gotta come something stronger.
Yeah.
They have to do something like a rabbit out the hat, or get somebody to come in and say, "Oh no, Torey's team did actually pay us. Torey did this. Oh, Torey told us to lie." They haven't had that all trial.
Right.
Unless they get that, I feel like that's probably the only hope to kind of reverse the shit.
And then they'll have to have concrete proof. Kelsey said something about a bribe, but had no text messages or anything. It's hearsay.
Hey, by the way, we're going back here, but when they said that Meg got aggressive with drinking, did they ever ask her or ask EJ if they've ever seen her get, into a physical altercation or pushy or any type of thing?
Oh, which is the craziest shit to me. And where the fuck is Courtroom? Megan, the only one up in that damn courtroom who ain't there with a goddamn charge for putting her hands on somebody. I feel like for character witness purposes, bitch, they need to bring Courtroom ass up there. Now, what happened with y'all ass?
because he did go on Instagram and by name say that a Megan, who he claims was another ex named Megan. Okay. He talked about a gun. He talked about a broken window. It seemed like it was fucking deja vu to me. They need to pull his ass up.
Jesus.
But who knows?
Okay. So give us up for tomorrow. So tomorrow, what's happening?
Tomorrow, we should be hearing from Stogner. That is the now disgraced police officer from LAPD that has been fired for, inappropriate conduct in terms of, it seems like domestic violence issues or something like that. A couple instances of it, not an isolated, situation. Officer Diaz, who we spoke to, I feel like last week, I don't know what the fuck he's back for. And then Sean Kelly. They were ordered back for tomorrow, so we're expecting to at least hear from them tomorrow. But maybe we can get them more. We got through 5 first, I think. Let's pump these hoes out.
Anybody else other than those 3? Because I'm trying to figure out what.
Now, those 3 right there should be enough to get this case. You know what I'm saying? That should be the swinger thing. Because that man come up there and he say, I seen a man shoot that woman. That could change around everything. But I doubt if that's going to happen. I'm just, playing devil's advocate. But I'm about to get ready to stop it right around here. So I'm going to let about 5 more minutes play up. And I think we got the bulk of it. It's about 20 minutes left of it. But I'm about to pick up a helper. So let's see.
I didn't see anyone else. And I didn't mention anyone else today.
What's holding up closing statements?
Exactly.
The Nick in Qatar.
Yeah.
And who else they said they can't find? And hold on. Ironically, if they said that, investigators showed up to his house,
okay,
right? They're looking for this guy a lot. His family are looking for him, but the judge and the investigators or prosecutors looking for him.
Of course.
They showed the same energy with the driver.
They haven't said that. And I guess is it because he's on Torey's side or he's Torey's driver that they feel like he ain't gonna be abused? Because nobody has declared crime missing. What's going on? So the real question is, did they ever even want him to come in? I don't think they did. They probably wish that they had now. But I don't even know that they ever subpoenaed Quan.
Yeah, they just.
I asked this before, but you think Torey's taking a stand now? I don't think so.
No. Please don't get on the stand. I don't know. I don't think it would. I don't think he needs to. You good? You up, nigga? You know how they be having the good, well, not the good, but the starters shoot and they make all the points and then they let them niggas up off the bench. That shit. All right, that's what we at. Let them niggas on the bench do what they doing. We almost done with this shit. Y'all going home to think.
Let the bench go ahead and finish this game off.
Chat's going crazy. They say, that's
well, she held with that wordplay.
She's trying to put herself in the green light, but come on, bro. She got good lawyers. That's yeah. I mean, overall, I think we're just kind of at like this point where, I think some people are going to be just disappointed because I still feel like unless they can't pursue charges on Kelsey anyway because of the immunity deal, and she skated through that shit. She made sure she ain't lied, so no person, and they already put it on record.
But I think if they find out that some eyewitness says she shot him, that's different than her giving a testimony and what she's saying from that case. You know what I'm saying? Being used against her. I think there's a loophole in that shit. I ain't no lawyer, no prosecutor or nothing. But I think they can find a loophole in that shit because you lied on the stand when they literally asked you, did you shoot her? But if there's an eyewitness to say that you did shoot her, now it wasn't because of what you said. Well, it was because of what you said because you lied. But now they got to ask you that question again under oath. If you tell it now, but somebody say that they did. But no telling. I don't think they really want her. They going after who they want it.
There's some people who are they're only gonna accept that Torey didn't do it, not only if he gets found innocent, but if somebody else gets charged. Like, for example, if they charge Meg for lying, or if they charge Kelsey for like actually shooting Meg, but neither is gonna happen. There's no more charges. Really
Right.
coming out of it.
I think we have to become content with the fact that, or the idea that we will never know what happened.
Which that's fucked up.
Yeah.
We won't.
All we know, listen, there's a few things we know. Torey was trying his best, and I ain't gonna lie, looked like Kylie was going. Like, he probably could have fucked. Okay? Second of all, Meg need to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. She drank 6 bottles of Henny, and they drink not 1 cup of water. This is amazing. I never seen
no water. And never ate the tacos.
Yeah,
no food or something. Shut up.
Yeah,
God damn.
Once I get to drinking too much, I get some food in my system.
That's true.
She made some unedible bullshit and ain't even eat it, and then basically just kept drinking beer pong, all type of shit, man.
All kind of shit.
And worrying about the nigga in there.
Somebody said, what do they need Justin for?
Thought you was a player.
Justin allegedly heard Torey said to Justin, yo, I'm sorry for shooting Meg.
Right.
That's what the prosecutor says he's gonna say. Except he's like, no, nigga, I'm in Qatar.
Okay. This nigga say he ready for his new journey in life. Somebody asked me was he Muslim. I don't know. This shit just too fucking much. Niggas got on white robes and you know, head wraps and shit. And he's supposed to love her so much and all this other bullshit. So everybody that was on her team ain't on her team no more. Everybody has to be on her.
I understand why you asked the question if these people are on some, you know what I mean, some cocaine, like,
yeah,
yo, 6 bottles of Henny, and you still walking?
And you still walking, and you up in alert. He said she ain't need no help. And nigga, what the fuck is you on?
And you gave your best friend the beats after that?
Okay.
Well, she ain't new to this shit.
But maybe it's bigger. She bigger. You think her organs bigger?
They just being funny now.
You know what would be interesting, and I'm guessing this didn't happen because, you know, obviously I don't know in what circumstances they would do this, but like obviously if it's like a DUI, when you go to the hospital, they're gonna check your blood alcohol level. I'm wondering, like, what's Meg's blood alcohol level that night? Matter of fact, everybody.
Yeah.
Because I keep saying the reason why.
That's a good question.
We all do Meg drink. I'm not shaming her for drinking or whatever, right? But it's relevant to this case, very relevant, because everybody's using impaired judgment. Right. Everyone, we can't think about, oh, how is Meg normally when she's sober and how was she that night? No, she was blacked out drunk. That's the best.
Well, I'm gonna stop right there. You know, most of the rest of it just, I think all of that was informational because it was all relevant. I don't think there was a whole bunch of just babble, opinionated talk. Everything was related to the topic or whatever. Shout out to DJ Akademiks and Milagro Grams. Man, she doing an excellent job, man. I ain't seen a job covered this good on a case in a while. Maybe it's her excellent input. We're hearing it from other sources also, and trust me, we're being more informed by the format of that she's taking it. So definitely want to salute to her. She's on Instagram. If one of y'all want to go follow her, that's how you can listen to what she has going on. I believe she also says she has a YouTube channel, but I'm seeing on everybody else's YouTube channel. You definitely gonna see on my YouTube channel. But I appreciate everybody that done pulled up, man. I appreciate you. I'm gonna keep you updated with whatever the testimony comes from the people who will come up today, which I think she said is gonna be two officers. One of them coming back, you know what I'm saying? One of the officers, the one that got fired for his misconduct and stuff like that. And the other officer, is the person that's, I can't remember who it is. And then we had the eyewitness. So like I said, this should be interesting. There's a couple other things that I might have a live about a little later. I want to talk over the Masterpiece situation with him and his son. You know, I think there's a teachable moment within that situation. So definitely gonna bring that news and talk over that, you know. And sometimes I just talk over these celebrity situations because it's a way that we can all just look and say, hey, you know, everybody's living the same kind of life. It just matter, you know, if your shit has a spotlight on it or not. So and there's teachable moments within all of these things. And that's what we're here for. So I appreciate everybody that pulled up. Shout out to Love Lace. Shout out to Carl Belton. Anna Mara. Salute to you. It was Big Red, Drew Martin, Jimmy McFly. Salute David Johnson. Sister T, Kwame Brown. All my mods. Miss So 17. Salute to who else we had in here, man? We had a lot of new faces. Salute to all y'all for looking out. Anybody who hit the cash out, I appreciate you. I'm gonna get into this day of work. This place that I'm at don't have good signal, so can't really do no work videos right now. But I just found out I can use my Restream and StreamYard from my phone, so this is kind of cool. And I can play around and I can get the button way faster on my phone than I can get on my computer.
Yo, this is to the streets. Y'all know what time it is. Like a dyke broad, I ain't feeling niggas. New KKK, cause I'm killing niggas. Like a coupe, drop, no silly nigga. All nighters on the block, I know the feeling nigga. Click got bodies, I ain't talking builders. Bag your bitch, she good as grocery nigga. Like a dyke broad, I ain't feeling niggas. New KKK, cause I'm killing niggas. Like a coupe, drop, no silly nigga. All nighters on the block, I know the feeling nigga. Click got bodies, I ain't talking builders. Bag your bitch, she good as grocery. God is the kid.
Salute to everybody. I appreciate you, V Chance. Episode 17, Harvard. You out. Salute, Trish.
God is the kid. God is the kid. God is the kid. God is the kid.